Today I'm going to show you how I grow food in a trash can that costs under $1. And I can grow, who knows, $10, $20, $30 worth of food in that one trash can. And it's so easy and fun. Isn't that cool? I've got holes on the bottom. There's my trash can. Now we're going to fill it with stuff. First thing I'm going to do, I don't always do it, is put tulle. And the reason is a lot of times it helps from keeping the holes blocked out. And then I'm going to put my toilet paper rolls. Look at that. You know what that is? These are the veggie rolls I make. So they've got leaves stuffed in them and all kinds of goodies in them. So if the earthworms find their way in here, which they will, they'll have that. Use some other stuff from the garden. I've got some stuff from the house. See, I've got all this from the house. So I'll put a little bit of that in there. I really don't want squash because it will grow. Doesn't matter. That's pine needles. They won't break down. Eggshells. This is soil that came out of something else. Another tote. So I can use this. I may not need to even use any potting soil. Totally up to my discretion. And that's totally up to you. Look at this. This came out of a tote that I just did up on the deck. And it's far more beautiful. I'll show you potting soil. There's potting soil. And look at the difference. This is really beautiful. Look, see how this is dry, but it's nothing. I know the earthworms won't go to that because there's nothing in there for them. I'll put a couple more things from the... Uh-oh, no, this we don't want. No, this is okay. But you don't want mint. I have to be careful because I've been making mint tea. If I put mint in here, I can put an orange peel in there. Push it to the side. Some people are afraid of oranges. No. More eggshells. Oh, this is going to be one happy plant. Oh, you know what this is? Passion fruit. Very head of passion. I'll do it this way. No, I'll do it sideways so an earthworm can go in there if they want. Sweet potato. A lot of this is just greens. You don't want too many oranges, but 1 or 2 pieces is okay. And then more soil. Now, of course, you can put coffee grinds in there. I don't have a coffee maker right now that uses that, but yes, yes, yes. You can put anything you want in there. If you were putting this in a place where no dogs, cats, or animals can get to it, you could put leftover cooked meat and stuff in there if you wanted to. Gosh, I don't know if I'm going to put any potting soil in here. This is absolutely beautiful. Why would I even want to bother? The only reason I might put a little bit, let me explain that good, is because the seeds that I'm growing right now, I'm going to make sure I get it close to the top because it's really going to collapse. Remember, all that will compress and go down. I don't want any squash seeds or anything in here accidentally. Is the plants that I'm growing are in potting soil. So if I put a little potting soil in there, then it's used to that. But look how beautiful. I can't get over how gorgeous this is. I have a whole pot of it, too. Okay, I think that's good. Now I'm going to make an area in here with potting soil. Only because, like I said, the plant that I'm putting in there is used to it. I'm going to have to get this well watered. Actually, I had some wet potting soil. I should have put that in there. Sometimes you can pre-wet it. Sometimes you get it. Like this is a new bag and it should have been wet, but it wasn't wet. So I'll have to keep an eye on that, watering it. I don't want to get this all wet where I am right now. Maybe I will put a little bit of water. Let's see, do I have a spoon? I have a little spoon out here. Okay, this is so easy. This is easy, relaxing, lowers your blood pressure. It's fun. I can't believe these containers are only $1. You can get them at the dollar stores, but I got this one at Walmart. I do not have stocks or anything in Walmart. I don't have anything to do with Walmart. Okay, I'm just going to make sure that's wet enough. I'll have to keep an eye on that. Now, there's a couple different ways of me doing it. I think I am going to actually take this one. I put this in a paper cup. Let me show you how. You know what? Let's start over so you can see what I'm going to do. Okay, I got these paper cups from the thrift store. You can get any paper cups you want. Because they're pointed, you can't stand them on anything. But here's the thing I like about them. This is real paper. So when it breaks down, there's no plastic thin film inside. It doesn't matter because the plants will break it, but I'm going to cut the bottom off on this. Now you think, why am I doing this? Because like I said, that soil I put in is too dry. And if by any chance, because I did take soil from a tote, okay? Took it from a tote. I did not take it straight out of the bag. There could be roly-polies or something in here. I don't see anything, but if there is something in here that I don't see, they can eat my plant at night. So this will stop that. Let's move this here. Now I'm going to put some of this wet soil in here. Push it down so it will find its way. And we want to make sure that the soil is level, because I'm hoping this, you know, what's going to happen is this is going to deteriorate real quick. In the next couple weeks I can take the cup away, but in the meantime the only thing I have to water is the cup. I don't have to water the whole thing. You hit it with a little water. Twig. Okay, now this is going to be so easy. It will be really good for the seedling too, because the seedling will make sure to get water. Okay, so now we want to make sure it drains well, which you saw me make the hole. It's going to drain fine. Okay, that's good. Still a little too tall. What I want is to make sure nothing gets to it until it takes off and grows. Now I'm going to pop one of these out of here. Let's see, we're going to go with broccoli. Here's one. These are cupcake liners. See, they're falling apart. Let me show you cupcake liners. There is no plastic on there, so keep that in mind too. The problem is they don't last long. They do last long enough for the plants to grow. So that's a good thing. It's got a nice little root on it. You have to be careful as a baby plant. And don't worry about the extra water. Hold it by the leaf. Don't want to damage anything there. Make sure we get its roots in there. Young seedlings are quite vigorous. They want to grow. Okay, we're going to leave this. It has too much water, but it's okay. It's going to drain down. If I wanted to for fun, I thought there was another one in here. There was. I could put something else on the side and then pull it out later, because I really want to concentrate on this one plant. This plant is a broccoli, but I can put anything in there. So let's say off to the side just for fun. I'm not going to cater to it. I'm going to take a Swiss chard out of here. These are falling apart already, but they did the job. They kept the seeds separate. Okay, so let's see if we can get this one out, which I did. Grab it. I know most people say, don't grab it by the stem. You know, I do all the time. Should I? I don't know. It works. So right now I'm going to have a Swiss chard growing, but I really do only want to have one plant in here. They will not communicate with each other. I'm not going to mess around right now with the mustard, because this will fall apart. This has got seeds in here, so I've got other seeds. And then do I want to put another one on the other side? Sure, why not? I have too many here anyways. When you grow seeds from, let's say, see how they're right together? Swiss chard, one seed is usually a whole bunch of seeds. It's not one. It's actually a bundle of little seeds. Okay, so I'll have one there, and then I'll decide later what I want to do. But this is the star of the show. This is the plant that I want to grow. You think I'm done? Oh, no. We're going to put a cover on this. Let me go grab my cover. Now, this is made out of a tote lid. This is made really cool. I tied it on the top. So I stapled it all the way around when I made it. And let's move this for a minute so you can see it. Stapled it all the way around. Used a couple little pieces, so I have multiple little pieces. Then I made the top. You can go watch the video on that. But what I did was, after I took a piece of tulle and stapled it around, I pulled it real tight. See how it's pulled? And then I tied a knot, which actually gave me extra tulle. So even the small piece I cut to wrap around, I'm now doing quite a few lids out of that. Isn't that cool? Now, all I have to do is put the top on. Let's not squish any of our plants. And I just leave this on. And now that is going to take care of my plants. No birds are going to come eat my seedlings. I can water through the tulle, and I don't have to do anything else. Now that is perfect to do, because it makes life so much easier that I can water through here and let the plants grow. And when they're big enough, I can just take the top off. Even if I want to service it, look at it, maybe put some kitty litter or some mulch on the top. All I have to do is lift it and then drop this back down. It's nice and snug. So here it is, all done. I've got my top, which I can now pull off with the little knot I've got up here. I can just pull it off. I can service it. I'm going to probably take out the Swiss chard because they will get too big. But for now, I should be able to harvest some food. You know, organic food costs a lot of money. So why not get some other stuff growing in the meantime? Now I've got to be diligent when the time comes, and I've got to pull those out. So this broccoli plant will grow, because look at how big they get. That's a broccoli plant right here. And they can get quite big. And I want this to grow for maybe a year or two. But look at this. It's all set up. Isn't that gorgeous? And it's a white trash can. Look at that. So here's the trash can I'm using for this video. It's 1.5 gallons, which is just perfect for a single plant. It's made by Sterlite, which is made in the USA. And here it's a number 5, which all your food products come in at the grocery store, like sour cream, yogurt, all those different things. So it's food grade safe, and this will be just beautiful. You could use it just as is, which is really pretty, or you can paint it, or do what I did. I covered mine in fabric. And I like the oblong, because this way, look how many you can line up on a shelf if you want to line a whole bunch of these up. See the shape? They're like under $1. A cheap old trash can, and I didn't have to paint it. That is so cool. It's just covered with a special fabric. But today, I just want to show you how to fill a trash can. And of course, you can use a flower pot, you can use a tote, you can use a bucket and do the same thing. And you put in there whatever you've got, and then put a nice layer of soil on the top. Now the soil that I put on top here that I was raving about came out of this container. This had squash in it last year, and it was gorgeous. And when I dug it out and put leaves and toilet paper rolls and kitchen scraps in there, I had a whole bucket of this left. I don't go to the top. I like to keep kind of a wind block for the plant, so I make sure it's a little lower. But I had all that wonderful soil. Plus I can always put leaves and stuff on top as the plants get bigger, so I'm mulching and building the soil as they grow. But all that soil that I had came out of here. So what did it cost me? Pennies, because I only used about 2 tablespoons of potting soil in there. The rest of it is actually growing in that soil. We'll see how it goes, but I know it's going to go good, because that's the way I've been growing everything around here. So I hope I've given you some ideas on growing in a trash can. If you can't get flower pots cheap, go watch the video on how we covered this and how we made this, because this is fantastic. You can only use a certain fabric, but once you've got the fabric you like, this will last for years. And then of course your plant, which was the whole video, will last for years. With that, have a wonderful day. And don't forget to eat what you grow. Just a little tiny piece. Don't have much today. And off she goes.